What is up, guys, and welcome to a new video by Rider Infusion, here to hopefully infuse you guys with some good content. Starting this video off a little bit differently from my normal videos, I want to do a quick little walk around the bike that I'll be riding in today's video, and the bike that I've been riding in all of my past videos, and probably for the good foreseeable future until I rack up too many miles on this thing, and then I'll just have to sell it. So this is a 2024 BMW S1000R. This bike's already got 12,000 miles on there, and it's about 6 months old or so. Something that I do also want to point out before this next clip where we actually get to go riding is that I am human, guys. I'm not a robot. I'm human. I make mistakes. As much as I strive to be perfect and the best rider that I can be, I do make mistakes. It is extremely difficult for someone like me in my position to be making videos on YouTube safety related, defensive riding related, and just not be judged for every single action that I make and or do. So yeah, sometimes I will do certain things that I perhaps might not be certainly proud of, and that you might not think that are great. But you know what? We're human. We just try to do the best that we can when we ride. And also, if you guys are new to the channel and this is your first time watching one of my videos, thanks for stopping by. But I do want to make a note of it that I do have new videos coming out every Tuesday and Fridays, and short uploads in between 7 days a week. So really my goal with this video is just to make safety and defensive riding a little bit more fun than it could be perhaps if we were just sitting behind a desk just talking about things, you know. And why not go out and ride, enjoy the good weather, and put on a live show of what's happening. Check my mirrors, checking behind me, make sure that Mazda's coming to a stop, keeping my bike in first gear. Oh, is that a motocop? That is a motocop. And he did not want to wave back. That's fine. Maybe he didn't see me. Maybe he did. Maybe he doesn't care. All is good. Go chase him down. And we are also leaving at a relatively busy time of the day. You know, it is 8:37 right now. And so there's a lot of people that are headed to work. It's a Monday morning. Yeah, it's kind of a busy time. You know, a lot of people are perhaps late for work. A lot of people are trying to get to their destination as quick as they can. So it does put us motorcyclists into more of a dangerous position, I guess, overall, riding in these times of the day. You know, it's something that I talk about once in a while in some of my videos, but if you're a new rider, new beginner rider, just try and focus on riding during parts of the day where there's less traffic. You're not riding out during rush hour or any of that. Go out on road streets that are less busy. That way you can just kind of get used to riding your bike, getting comfortable with the controls, and then kind of slowly ease into adding more cars into the mix. Whoa, what do we got going on here? That is a big collection of cops. That is crazy. Oh, there's some sort of accident or something that happened. Oh, dang, it's oh crap. Someone hit a bike. Ooh. Not like a motorcycle, but an actual bicycle. That sucks. That really sucks. All right, well, setting off in this kind of busy 3-lane road here. First thing that I'm kind of watching for is to not really ride alongside other vehicles. I'm trying to be staggered. I'm trying to be in a position where that if someone does change lanes, whether they see me or they don't see me in their mirror, that I'm out of their zone, that they're not going to hit me. That is super important when you're on a bike, is to really not ride alongside anybody. You know, even if you think that they see you in their mirrors or however, just try to ride staggered, whether that be a little bit faster than the flow of traffic or a little bit slower than the flow of traffic, but try not to ride in a way where you're just getting lost in someone's line of sight or in someone's blind spot. That truck there to the right, you might be a little bit impatient and want to switch lanes. A lot of riding is really just about reading traffic and what traffic's doing, trying to predict really what someone is going to do. And the more that you ride, the easier it'll be to understand in traffic. But really, being good at reading traffic is a really, really good skill. You know, predicting what people are going to do. You know, if traffic's slowing down in this middle lane to my right, one of these people could go to the left, go into my lane. So I'm just kind of being on guard, on edge, being careful with that. I moved out to the right now, to the right side of my lane, because sometimes people are really impatient and getting to that left turn lane, and you don't want to be sitting there on the left and then have somebody just pass you a couple inches away from you. So give them space. You know, if they want to go, let them go. Also, keeping my distance between me and the vehicle that's in front of me so I can have have a good line of sight to what's happening ahead of me, so I can also catch and or see road debris if there's anything on the road. You know, you don't want to have too big of a gap between you and the car in front of you. You know, you don't want to have too small of a gap either. You can see what's up ahead, and you can also have enough of a reaction time to stop or do whatever it is that you got to do if traffic comes to a quick stop. Now that truck driving up ahead in that right lane right there is carrying who knows what in the back of his truck. You know, watch out for those kind of trucks, those kind of vehicles, anyone that's carrying anything, just because something might fly out, you know, land on the road, something you might have to dodge, something that you might have to run over. You know, that'd be the worst case scenario. But I guess just try not to be stupid in the sense where, you know, if you see someone carrying something, don't ride right behind them. Don't ride right next to them. Try to move out of the way so you can be in the clear if something does happen to fly out. We're going to make a left here. I'm going to pick this lane right here to stop. Let me explain why I'm stopping where I'm stopping. All right. I don't want to stop right there on the right lane position in my lane because there's traffic zipping by. I don't want to be right up next to them. I don't want to be stopped at that far left position because I will be putting myself up against a curb and I have basically nowhere to go if something comes up from behind me and I need to get out of the way. But stopping where I stopped at, I have really two different routes that I could escape to if I were to need to escape. It'd be to the left and be to the right. Obviously to the right would be a little bit more difficult because we got traffic zipping by, but it's still a possibility if you find the right window. Now, not always, but typically I am traveling ever so slightly above the flow of traffic. Everybody has a different understanding of what ever so slightly above traffic is. For me, you know, this is kind of it. Sometimes I'll, you know, kind of hang around staggered with other vehicles if I want to kind of go their speed, if I want to speed up. Also, this might be a really good time to talk about lane positioning real quick. A lot of you guys believe in that if you're up close to traffic, then you're in the line of sight of the vehicle that's, say, to the right of me, this Tacoma, and that if I'm to the left, I am not in their line of sight. Literally right here, I am still in the line of sight of that Tacoma there. I can still see him. Let me speed up a little closer. Right now, he can still see me. Now, I would rather not gamble with my life and put my life in the hands of another driver by driving up close to them, hoping that they will notice me, see me in their mirror, and not run me over. That's not me, guys. That is not a part of what's kept me safe for as long as I've been out riding. Really, it's all a matter of not trusting other drivers, other people around you. That's my motto. I don't trust other people. Now, I will say there are moments where I do trust people. Again, this kind of goes back to the intro and where I said I am a human being and I make mistakes. Sometimes I do trust people, but for the most part, 90-something% of the time, I don't trust people. And hello, fellow rider. I don't trust people, and I ride, you know, to where everybody is a potential threat. My bike also doesn't like these slow speed stuff, even in first gear. All right, and school zone. Back to 40. Okay, let's talk about this situation right now. So I've got a car to the left right here that is wanting to cross the lanes of traffic, and what I did was I tried to ride almost in line with that red car that was to the right of me to basically be as one unit with that car, because that car that wanted to cross these lanes of traffic clearly has a better view of a larger vehicle. Let me try to put my cruise control on. There we go. Because it is hard keeping this bike at like just 15. All right, so going back to what I was talking about in that exact situation there. There was a car that was wanting to cross lanes of traffic, cross me. And instead of speeding up and potentially having that car not see me and just run me over, I maintained the same speed as the vehicle that was to the right of me. Why? Because that car that wants to cross the lanes of traffic sees that car that was to the right of me better than it does see me. There's a higher chance that the vehicle that wants to cross sees the bigger car that's next to me instead of me. And so I kind of ride close to that red car, essentially just to protect myself. If it was just me and, you know, I didn't have that vehicle to the right of me, I would have moved the lanes. I would have moved a little bit to the right just to create more space. Because, you know, if I'm riding here and I see a car wanting to turn across my lanes of traffic, because I have more space, I'm able to react more appropriately to that, whether it be slow down, accelerate, whatever it is, but I can dodge that obstacle better with more of a reaction time. Whoa, what is that? Armadillo? Something. All right, that truck wants to turn. I'm out here keeping my distance. And let's go to the right. Traffic is clear, and we're going. Oh man, I love the way that sounds. Every time I go from 0 to whatever, it's just, I love it. Pure symphony. All right, now coming up to this red light, I'm stopping to the left of my lane because there's a big sort of median right here. Big old gap in which I can go through if I need to. If, I don't know, if I see something coming up from behind me that I want to escape, I got someplace to go. Instead of stopping on the right side where I'm putting myself right up close to traffic, that to me just would not make sense in that given situation. I'll do this sometimes where I'll ride just like I am right now in the right side of my lane. And then if I keep accelerating, as soon as I get closer to that black car there on the right, I would just kind of swerve a little bit more to the left just to get out of its way in case that's an impaired driver and they just decide to change lanes out of the blue. Well, let me try to demonstrate that right now. So as I'm going, I would just kind of, I see him moving out of the way. I know he hears me also, you know, so there is a little part of trusting people for sure. You definitely do want to trust people, but you shouldn't really. And then, you know, as I pass him, I would kind of move out a little bit more to the right, and we're stopping. Got another cop. There was actually a shooting here that happened yesterday that I'll put up a little clip if I can find one. All right, that's cool. If I would have noticed that his turn signal was on, I would have been in the left lane perhaps. But yeah, see, if I would have done that on a bike, if a car was standing here and I would have just gone right to the left of them or to the right of them, they'd be pissed. Most drivers would be pissed. They wouldn't like that. Someone would honk. Somebody would, you know, put their finger out the window and flip you off. But if a car does it to you, well, I guess it's okay. Some people, man, hypocritical. Some people, man, they just, you know, they don't care, I guess. See how that car ahead of me just went to the left? Or that goes into predicting traffic. Anytime there's an open space somewhere, expect cars or vehicles to go into there. You know, so there were 2 cars that were ahead in the middle lane and the right lane. This left lane was empty, so that's where he went. So if you were riding as a motorcycle, as a rider in that far left lane, and you're coming up to a red light like this, and you see this exact scenario, expect that car to do what it just did, was to go left. Now, hopefully that car will check its mirrors. Hopefully that car will be aware of you being in that lane and not hit you, not run you over. Be aware of that. Ride staggered. Don't ride alongside vehicles like that if you can. Just watch for those situations. That's where you can get sideswiped. It's one thing getting sideswiped on a car. If you're on a car and somebody hits you on the side, I mean, it's not the end of the world, especially at these speeds. No big deal, really. If you're a new beginner rider, yeah, you might freak out, you know, do something stupid. For a bike, if you get sideswiped, whew, that ain't gonna be pretty. All right, we got a truck up ahead. Yeah, and he's pulling out. I was just kind of watching him, make sure he sees traffic, sees me, and that he's not going to pull out and hit me. Intersections, scanning them, even if it's, you know, not me always physically turning my head, because you don't really have to do that. I mean, you could just scan with your eyes. Like, my head could be straight centered, and I could just look to the left, look to the right, and I'll see if traffic is standing, if people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. In this case, let's get out of that way, out of that car's way a little bit, just in case he decides to go back into the lane that he came from. Traffic coming to a quick stop ahead. Getting out of the way, moving a little bit to the left because these left two lanes are moving faster than the right lane, so I can expect that right lane, for people in that right lane, to want to go into my lane. So creating a little bit more space. Trying to ride staggered, not really accelerating to ride in line with that Ford to the left of me. Traffic coming to a slow again. Just kind of be on edge, be on guard, pay super attention in these kind of situations where traffic's just abruptly or quickly coming to a stop. You want to be in a safe spot and you want to be able to avoid being hit. I'm kind of slowly coming to a stop here. I'm basically just kind of slowing the whole lane of traffic up behind me and that truck that's behind me. Because I don't want to just slam on my brakes either, you know, especially on a bike. You don't want to do that. You slam on your brakes, people from behind you won't be able to stop fast enough, or they won't notice you stopping or whatever it is, and they'll hit you from behind. So you got to be careful. All right, you guys, I think we've reached the end point with this video. I think we're going to be cutting it here. I appreciate you all watching. If you have any comments, leave it down in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this and other type of motorcycling stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.